a stolen songbird. The world knew her as Lyra, a pop supernova whose voice could fill stadiums and hearts alike. To me, she was just a poster on my wall. I was just Leo, a kid who knew the winding trails of Blackwood Forest better than the back of my own hand. It was where I felt free, a world away from the suffocating quiet of my home. I never imagined that one day my quiet escape would become our only hope. The day it happened, the air buzzed with the frantic energy of a world-class concert. I was there, a lucky lottery winner, standing backstage, starstruck and speechless. Then, a sudden blackout, the terrified screams of thousands, and the chilling grip of a stranger's hand. In the chaos, Lyra and her team, her manager, a stoic woman named Anya, and her gentle giant of a bodyguard, Marcus, were taken. And so was I. We were held in an abandoned cabin, a ghost in the heart of my forest. They wanted a ransom, Lyra's fortune, a price on her talent, but they underestimated us. Underestimated Anya's iron will, Marcus's silent strength, and my intimate knowledge of the forest's secrets. When the opportunity came, we took it. A snapped lock, a desperate sprint into the cool night air, and we were free, or so we thought. Our escape was exhilarating, but it was just the beginning. The forest, my sanctuary, was now a labyrinth of danger. Every rustle of leaves was a pursuer, every snap of a twig a threat. Lyra, the superstar who sang to millions, was a woman out of her element, her designer clothes snagged on branches, her face streaked with dirt and fear. Anya, ever the strategist, kept us moving, her eyes scanning the darkness for danger. Marcus, our silent guardian, was a human shield, always between us and the unknown. But they were city people, their compasses useless, their sense of direction non-existent. They looked at me, a kid they'd barely known for a day, their lives in my hands. The weight of that responsibility was crushing, a heavy stone in my stomach. I guided them, not just by the paths I knew, but by the stars, the moss on the trees, the way the wind carried the scent of water. Then came the first twist. A hidden camera disguised as a birdhouse watched our every move. They weren't just hunting us, they were playing a twisted game, anticipating our next turn. We were moving not through a forest, but a meticulously laid trap. My confident steps faltered, replaced by a gnawing fear. We were closing in on the old logging road, our ticket to civilization. Just a few more hours, I promised, just a little further. But the woods grew silent, a deeper, more unnatural stillness. That's when we saw it, a clearing bathed in the eerie glow of floodlights, a helicopter waiting. Our escape was within reach, but something was wrong. The chopper's insignia wasn't a rescue team. It was the same symbol I'd seen on the captor's truck. This wasn't a rescue, it was a second trap. As the helicopter's blades began to turn, I saw the pilot's face. It was Anya. Anya wasn't their manager, she was the mastermind. The kidnapping was a calculated plan to fake Lyra's disappearance, allowing Anya to seize control of her empire. We were never meant to escape. We were a theatrical diversion. My heart sank, a new, colder fear taking hold. The woman who had been our leader, our pillar of strength, was the very person we were running from. Lyra's desperate gasp echoed my own shock. Marcus, his face a mask of betrayal, stepped forward, his body poised for a fight he never saw coming. Suddenly, the silent woods erupted with gunfire. Not from Anya's team, but from the shadows around us. A rival faction, it seemed, wanted a piece of Lyra's empire too. We were caught in the crossfire, a pawn in a deadly game. My mind raced, not for myself, but for Lyra, for Marcus. My forest, once a haven of peace, was now a battlefield, and I, the boy who knew the woods, was the only one who could guide them out of this hell. Under the cover of the chaos, I remembered a hidden path, one even the loggers had forgotten, leading to the abandoned ranger station deep within the heart of the woods. It was a risk, but our only chance. This way, I yelled, pulling Lyra with me as Marcus provided cover fire, a roaring giant against the encroaching shadows. The ranger station was a dilapidated relic, but it had thick stone walls and a hidden basement. We barricaded ourselves inside, the sounds of the rival factions battling it out in the distance. But Anya was still out there, and I knew she wouldn't give up easily. Down in the darkness, I found an old radio transmitter, powered by a hand crank. It was a long shot, but I started cranking, sending out a weak SOS signal, hoping someone, anyone, would hear us. Hours crawled by, filled with tense silence punctuated by distant gunfire. Just when hope seemed lost, a faint reply crackled through the radio. A local sheriff's department had picked up our signal. Help was on its way. But Anya wasn't finished. She found the ranger station, and a tense standoff ensued. Just as her armed guards were about to break through, a diversion. Marcus, with a primal roar, burst through a back window, drawing their fire while the sheriff's deputies arrived from the front. In the chaos, Anya tried to escape. But Lyra, no longer just a pampered superstar, stood her ground. With a newfound strength, she confronted Anya, her voice filled with righteous fury. As Anya lunged, a well-aimed shot from a returning Marcus took her down. As the authorities secured the scene, the rival faction, weakened by their infighting, retreated into the depths of the forest. We were safe. Lyra, bruised but unbroken, looked at me, a genuine smile finally gracing her lips. "You saved us, Leo," she said, her voice filled with gratitude. The world celebrated Lyra's miraculous return, hailing her as a survivor. But they never knew the full story. The boy who knew the woods, the hidden betrayals, the deadly games played in the shadows. Blackwood Forest held its secrets close, a testament to the night a superstar and a nobody found courage in the face of fear, forever bound by the ordeal they had shared.